Hey guys, hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mfonobong Umondia David, and I'm a software developer, community manager, technical writer, and let's say now a digital content creator. So, you guys, for those of you that are new here, I just did a little introduction of myself. For those of you that are not here, that are not new here, well, I know I have messed up. This is like the third year of trying this YouTube thing again, and I hope to be consistent and hope to, make put in more effort than I used to in the previous years. And I also hope that this journey that started again will not end. So yeah, this is just me trying to apologize for being away for so long. I've had a whole lot going on, and I've basically been trying to fix things, which I think I have to some extent, and to also regain that confidence to be able to do this, because you guys, content creation is not even for the weak. I have done a couple of things, but it is what it is, man. So just to starting the year on a very, very clean slate. Just look at me like someone that hasn't been on YouTube before. Let's grow together, support my journey. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I actually came with some questions to do the question tag. So I'm going to be asking myself a couple of questions that I saw here, just for you to get to know me better, and maybe the latter things that you most likely want to know. Okay. So I have here a couple of question tags. So the first one says, what's your name and is there a story behind it? So I have already introduced myself as Mfonobong Umondia David, and yes, that's my biological name. On the other hand, I like to be called Lady Bella, and well, the story behind that one is that initially I used to go by the name Isabella, right? And Isabella simply means being devoted to God. At that point, I was just looking for a nickname that, kind of resonates with my faith and also still kind of sounds bougie. So I came up with Isabella, Bella for short, and I've been wearing that for a couple of years now. Even my parents call me Bella. Everybody literally calls me Bella, right? So last year, I decided to, start creating a signature for myself. So starting from my outfits, the way I dress, the way I talk, the things I do, the pattern of doing things, I started creating all those things, and I felt, okay, you know what, I think you need to own this name, let this name speak for you, right? And that's how I came up with Lady and then Bella. So I want people to see, whenever they see Lady Bella, it screams royalty, it screams class, it screams everything good. Right, so that's the story behind it. I don't want to stay there for too long. Where were you born and raised? So I was born in Iyo, Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria, and I was raised in the same city. Yeah, I have been an Akwa Ibom girl, and sometimes I get to hear stuff like, "Oh, you don't have the Akwa Ibom tongue," and all that. Well, I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. What is your zodiac sign, and do you think it reflects your personality? My zodiac sign, I am an Aquarius. I was born on the 26th day of January, and yes, to some extent, based on what I have read so far, it relates with my personality. I'm an emotional person. I like to carry people along in what I'm doing. I'm a community focused person. I love deeply when I do. When I'm friends with someone, I'm supportive. Like, there are various things that I can easily relate to with the Aquarius traits, zodiac sign, and I would say based off of what's there on the internet, I can literally relate to over 85% of it. So if you want to learn more about an Aquarius, please feel free to read. Okay. So the next question says, how would you describe your personality in 3 words? I would say classy, confident, determined. So I try to be classy in everything I do, the way I dress. You can never catch me unfresh based off on my dressing, my outfits in general, how I carry myself. You can never catch me looking like a mad person. And then confidence in the sense that there are lots of insecurities I had growing up. I mean, even up until last year, I still had like a whole lot of insecurities. I still have some insecurities right now. Like, so you watching this, don't think that the insecurities disappeared overnight. No, it didn't. So I have learned to be more confident over the years because, come to think of it, I am me. There's no carbon copy or there's no copy of me anywhere else. And I set rules for myself. I live my life. I pay my bills. I do my stuff, right? Even when I get married and stuff like that, I'm still gonna be for me, right? So I don't want to have a copy of me elsewhere. So I started developing that self-confidence in everything that I do. So yeah, that's also one of the personality traits. And the final one, determined. I feel like as a young lady, I have been faced with so many challenges, and it's something that could normally just make someone give up out of the blue because you just feel like, okay, I can no longer handle this thing, and all of those things. So I have been determined over the years, even when things are not going on well, or even when I feel like, okay, I have hit the crossroad, I always find myself keep pushing, and all of that. So yeah. So next question says, do you have any siblings? And if so, how many and what are their names? I don't know if elder siblings relate with when you say you have siblings, because the knowledge I have about siblings is that they have to be people you're younger than. But yeah, if elder ones also count, then yes, I have 4 siblings. We are 5 in number, and I am the last born. So we have the firstborn, which is a guy. His name is Idon. He's married with a son. We have my first sister, Mfonobong, and she is sister in Braydon. Oh, So I have a first sister name. I also have she's not married yet. I also have my second sister Odoak. She's married with 4 kids. Did I say 4? 5 actually. I have the Mfonobong. I like to call her Sister Gift, and I mean it's now a family name because everybody started calling her Sister Gift. So she's married as well with 2 kids, and then there's me, the last one. So yeah. Okay. Next question says, what's your favorite childhood memory? Do I have a favorite childhood memory? I would say it was cooking with my childhood bestie, who is now in Cyprus. I would say it was cooking with her and literally doing everything together. So, like when our parents we used to be very close friends, or we are close friends. Our parents used to be very, very close friends. Our houses were somewhat close, right? So, when our moms go to the market and come back, if my mom is cooking today, she'll come over to help me. If her mom is cooking, I'll go over to help her. So sometimes we used to select, responsibilities like, okay, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, and then we get it done. And then by the time we're done with all the remaining ingredients here and there, we're also going to pack it, go to the backyard and start cooking using the big container, the tin. Right? It used to be very fun, and funny enough, the dishes that we used to make used to be so nice and tiny. Yeah, I feel like that's one of the fun and memorable moments that I won't forget. Okay. Are you more of an introvert or an extrovert? That's the next question. So I would say I am an introvert. but sometimes depending on who I'm with, I can be an extrovert. So I don't know if it's right to say I'm in between, but I feel like if I am to ratio it, I would say I am 80% an introvert and 20% an extrovert. And my extroverty comes out depending on who I have around me. So next question says, what are your hobbies and interests? So I have hobbies and interests. Hobbies right now would be dancing. I started dancing at my Zumba dance classes and also my hip hop dance classes. So I like dancing, even though I don't really know how to dance because I just started. I also like to swim. I like to travel when I can. I want to go to as many countries as possible. So my interests mainly, I would say travel, productivity. I like to talk about productivity to anybody. I like to teach people how to be productive because it's from a personal standpoint, because it's something I've struggled with over the years, and having been able to hack it, I feel like I can get to share this knowledge with other people. My interest would also be exploring new things like skydiving, um kayaking. I do kayak, but I mean in an open water. Horse riding, stuff like that. I love adventure stuff, golf playing, biking. I love adventure stuff, and these are things that are my interest. And I've started exploring most of them. I'm definitely going to explore more. So the next question says, describe your perfect day. I don't know if there's anything like perfect day. I don't know if it exists, but I would just say it differs. There are some days that I don't have a perfect day. There are some days I have a semi-perfect day. I don't know if I've ever had a perfect day before. Well, I'd like to say I have. And really, what I would classify as a perfect day would be me being able to check off all the to-do things I have on my to-do list, and maybe an extra time to relax and just have fun. Maybe go to the pool, go for shopping, come back, and stuff like that. So that, to some extent, is what I would call a perfect day. Yeah. Next question says, what's your favorite type of music, and do you have a favorite artist or band? Honestly, I don't know how to answer this question. I don't necessarily have a favorite. I think I enjoy music based on my mood. And yeah, I enjoy music based on my mood and what the season is. There's sometimes I go back to music in the 90s, in the 80s. There's sometimes where I just listen to hip hop all through. There's sometimes where I listen to R&B. There's sometimes when I listen to gospel. There's sometimes when I listen to trap music. I think it just depends on my mood. I wouldn't want to say I have a favorite artist, but I just enjoy songs depending on how it resonates with me. Yeah, so I hope I answered that. Next one says, what is your go-to comfort food? That would be pasta. I love pasta. I can breathe pasta. I wake up with pasta. My love for pasta is what inspired me to start my food business, Pasta de Cafe, and it's been doing well. So if you're based in Rio, go to @pasta_day_cafe on Instagram and place an order from us. And trust me, your mindset about pasta will change because you need to taste my recipes. So yeah, my go-to comfort food is pasta. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and why? I have so many places I want to travel to in the world, but right now, if I am given a direct slot to travel to just one place, I think I would go to Malaysia. And that's because I want to see my brother. I haven't seen my brother in years. So yeah. Then if I am given two slots, I would say Malaysia and Germany. So Malaysia for my brother and Germany for my friends. I have my girlfriends there in that axis in the EU region. I miss them so much. So yeah. Do you have any pets? And if so, what are their names? Right now, I don't have pets, but I would love to in the future when I'm ready. I would love to have a dog and I would love to have a cat. Just two pets will do it for me. For the names, let's just say I haven't figured it out yet, but yes, I would love to have pets. Next question says, what is your favorite book or movie and why do you love it? What's the name of this movie? Yes, The Last Ship. It's on Amazon Prime, and I love that movie so much because it's, I don't know, it teaches you a lot of things. It teaches you how to make decisions, it teaches you how to work with people, how to communicate, it teaches you how to grow a bond, it teaches you so many things. Like, I saw my friend Bang watching that movie in Lagos, and I mean, I joined her. And then, having explained the storyline, how it went, I had to go back because at the time I joined her, she was in season 3, and it's a 5 seasonal movie, so I had to go back to season 1. I started watching it. Would you believe that I have watched that movie more than 4 times now, and I'm still watching it, right? You know, from back to back, season to season, and each time I watch it, I keep learning new things. So I love The Last Ship. It teaches me so many things. Sometimes when I watch certain movies that go a certain direction, you know, I try to relate it with real life and see what that would teach me. You know, it's just like somebody saying, oh, why do you watch horror movies? It's scary, it's gonna mess with your mindset. Of course I know it's scary and it's gonna mess with my mindset, but I take out the fact that the people acting it are able to, they are portraying the fact that they can make or take decisions within a very short period of time. So imagine a zombie is walking up to you. What do you do at that point? Do you stand and scream, or do you run, or do you defend yourself? Right? So that's my reason for watching horror movies. But The Last Ship is not a horror movie at all. It's a submarine movie, and I love marine movies. So if you have recommendations, feel free to send them. So yeah, that's what I would say about it. Question says, what are your career or educational goals? Well, by the special grace of God, I am a graduate. I am done with my bachelor's degree in arts. I studied communication arts at University of Uyo, and I'm actually doing another one, Bachelor of Arts again in business administration. I would love to do my master's, but I'm yet to get my transcripts from my first degree. So pending when I get to do that, I'm definitely going to do my master's almost immediately. I'm a sucker for education. I want to get to the doctor or the PhD level at a very, very young age. So watch out for that. I mean, aside from that, I also take like some independent certification courses, various soft skill development, you know, or certifications that has to do with what I'm doing in my career. So yeah, that's it. Are you a morning person or a night owl? I would like to say I am a night owl, and that's because whenever I go to bed, I always wake up by 8-9 a.m. and by the time I wake up by 8-9 a.m., I need like an hour or two to boot while still on the bed. So I'll still be on the bed and I'm still booting or trying to wake up and stuff like that. So I would say I'm a night owl. I can stay up at night working up until 3 a.m., 4 a.m., sometimes 5 a.m. Right? But by the time I sleep, I don't get to work the rest of the morning. So it's usually from 5 p.m. into the dark, deep night. So yeah, night owl. Next question says, what is a skill or talent you have that not many people know about? I have the ability to listen to people and comprehend without judging, and this is a trait you mostly see in therapists. They can listen to all your problems, just listen and try to comprehend it from your own standpoint and not theirs, which is empathy, and then basically just help you feel better. So this is one skill I didn't know I had until I started community management. I used to have a whole lot of challenges. People would bring up issues, people would come complain and all that, yada yada yada. And I just found myself being that big sister. The last community that I handled or I managed, the Friends of Sigma Africa community, um that was my surname. They started calling me big sister. And the name kind of suited me because everyone would bring their problems. Like, I just listen to you as a therapist and provide one or two solutions, and we're all good, right? So I feel like that's one skill that people feel I don't have, and just very few people know. People that have really worked closely with me are the ones that can say that. So yeah. Next question says, do you have any phobias? Of course I have phobias. I have phobia for water, and I have phobia for height. I have phobia for light or darkness, whatever the case is. So I have phobia for water. I don't know, I feel like I had a terrible childhood experience with water. So even when I went to learn how to swim, I still wasn't able to bypass that. Sometimes I can't even really stay for a long time underwater because I feel like I'm gonna drown and stuff like that. So, but I mean, I try. Anytime I go to the pool and I'm not really able to swim long distance because of fear of drowning, I stop. I try to live my busy life. I cannot kill anybody, right? So I have phobia for water. I have phobia for height. Now, for the height, I can't stay in a high place and look down. It's gonna turn my eye. It's gonna make me feel like I'm falling. It's, even the shortest thing as a short gutter, I can't do that because of a very long height, right? So, I mean, this is me saying that I have interest in skydiving. I feel like it's one of the ways that I can take, or one of the steps that I can take to overcome that phobia for height, right? Same thing for swimming. I mean, I'm afraid of water, but I always try to go to the pool from time to time to learn how to swim. And lastly, I have phobia for darkness. I don't know how to stay in a dark room. I don't know how to stay in a dark house. Even if I want to sleep and I don't want light to be too much on my face, I try to have like a source of light somewhere, just so we have a source of light that illuminates the room. Not necessarily too bright, but somewhere in the corner that okay, there is a little source of light to see where you're going to, right? So yeah, those I would say are my 3 phobias. What is something on your bucket list that you haven't done? I would say travel. On my bucket list, I have lots of destinations that I would love to go to. So I would say I haven't traveled enough. I'm still gonna do that. I have lots of things as well in my bucket list that I haven't touched. So, but this one is at the top. And finally, what's a fun fact about you that might surprise people? A fun fact about me that might surprise people is I'm very stubborn and soft. So I don't know if that's something I can classify as a fun fact, but yeah, I look really soft outside. People see me and tend to take advantage of me, but deep down I'm actually very stubborn, and I'm also someone that senses when an energy is off. I am someone that can read you from in out even before you get close to me. So if you try to pretend around me, I'm also going to pretend like I don't know what's going on, and then when it gets up to here, I'm like, you know what, your time is up. Come on, going, So yeah, I feel like that's one fun fact about me, and it's something that saved my life countless times, and even saved my friends' lives from countless times. So yeah, I'm soft and sweet, but I'm actually very stubborn and firm. So not the kind of stubbornness or the kind of firmness that would make you feel like, what's this one saying? What I even do? It's this sweet kind of firm, like I'm laughing and smiling with you, but at the same time I'm being very stubborn and firm. So at the end of the day, you can't really do anything than to yield in. Yeah, so These are the questions that I asked ChatGPT to ask me. Question tags of what my audience would possibly want to know about me, and I have done justice by answering over 20 questions. So I am going to add one last thing, two things actually. The first one would be my businesses. Aside from being a software developer, community manager, and a content creator, I am also an entrepreneur. So I own Pasta the Cafe. I own where I sell food. I also own, and by the way, I'm a certified chef. I also own a fashion business at Helexo, and I also have the B Tribe. So the B Tribe is what I'm mostly going to use on this channel, because the B Tribe is focused on productivity. So if you follow the B Tribe on Instagram, you're going to see I mostly create productivity content, resources, materials, and things that will generally help you be more productive as an individual and as a business person. And finally, I also have the PCOS tribe. I was diagnosed with PCOS some years back, and I have been struggling with it. It's something that I know a lot of ladies are struggling with as well. So I have the PCOS tribe on Instagram, where I share my unfiltered story, my unfiltered PCOS story and journey, the things I'm doing, the things I'm not doing, and basically just sharing my challenges there. So I'm going to link all of this in the description box below. So if this is something you're interested in, feel free to check the pages out, follow the ones you did with, and of course stay tuned to my channel. I'm going to be sharing productivity, fashion, and lifestyle content. Over time I might bring fitness or not, but I'm honestly this time that I'm back to YouTube, I don't think I want to restrict myself to sharing a particular kind of content. I'm just going to share as many content as possible, and depending on what you resonate more with, I will tilt towards that and offer you more. So yeah, I hope that you had a fun time getting to know more about me. I'll be sharing content on this YouTube channel every Monday and every Friday by 5 p.m. West African time. So stay tuned, turn on your post notifications, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and yeah, see you on Friday. Bye.